Would you like some more coffee?
Yeah, thank you. That's pretty.
Oh, I'm glad you like them. They were on sale at Wyndham's. Oh, no.
Let me. I just know it's going to be business. Scorpio.
Sorry to call so early, Commissioner, but we have the photographs from the Baldwin funeral.
Good, I'll punch them up.
Yeah, this will get cold.
Oh, thanks, love. Want to look?
What is it?
They're photographs of Susan's funeral. Now, Jackie took them. I had them subpoenaed. Anybody you know?
Yeah, Scotty Baldwin. Who's he talking to?
Anthony Hand.
Who's he?
Oh, a bit of waterfront sleaze with mob connections.
What's he got to do with Scotty?
Good question. And could it have anything to do with the murder?
He even looks shady.
Too shady for someone like Baldwin to be involved with. But, assuming that he was involved, he could have gotten in over his head.
You mean without knowing it?
Exactly.
Might make him somewhat desperate.
Desperate's right. Desperate enough to do anything to save his own neck.
So you think Hand threatened his life?
That's generally the way the mob works. Maybe Scotty owed them money, maybe promised to deliver money, and then couldn't deliver.
So he needed Susan's money?
Right, Jason's. What a terrific motive.
To commit forgery?
And murder.
Well, I guess if his life was really in danger.
You mentioned Hand's eyes. I wouldn't want to cross him.
How do you feel about arresting him?
Can't. Nothing to go on. It's just all a whole bunch of theory.
Well, it's not a bad place to start.
Yeah, but I need hard evidence to back it up.
You mean like a connection between Scotty and Hand?
Yeah, something concrete, solid. Witness, papers, contract, anything to bind them all together. Proof that Scotty owed Hand a large wad of money.
And you say Hand has connections with the mob?
Difficult to prove.
Where do you start looking?
Well, Scotty's office was sealed up after the arrest. I haven't checked through his files and papers yet.
That seems a logical place to start.
Yeah, first thing this morning. What about you?
Well, first of all, I've got some shopping to do. And then I'm having some antiques delivered. After that, I have to go to the hospital. I have an appointment with Dr. Mason.
Busy day.
Yeah, I'm not too busy.
Yeah, you haven't forgotten about the doctor saying don't overdo it.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Holly. All this running around, there's a reason for it, isn't there?
Yeah, it keeps my mind off things.
Also helps you to forget.
Is that what you think I'm trying to do?
You're going to have to, sooner or later.
I never will, Robert.
I know. Me neither.
I'm going to go get dressed.
Well, I think I liked it better over there.
Oh, I guess it doesn't make any difference anyway.
Whatever you say. Look, I'm off.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, well, you too, and all your shopping and so forth. Look, I'm going to check with you later. And this could be your delivery man right now. Well, this is no package.
Well, thank you, I think.
Let me rescue you from that coat.
Oh, thanks.
Holly didn't tell me she was expecting you.
Well, she wasn't. I'm on a break, so I decided to come and see you.
Well.
Your place looks absolutely terrific. Somebody's got a green thumb. Huh?
Yeah, well, I can't take credit for it.
Yeah, I missed the greenery in Victoria. Maybe I overdid it a bit.
Oh, Holly, it's absolutely beautiful. Nice schedule you're on, Robert. Banker's hours, huh?
Hey, sweet cakes, for your information, I've done half a day's work already. Bye.
Bye. That's true. You was up at the crack of dawn working on reports.
And what about you? You're getting enough rest, I hope.
Rest? Who wants rest? Gosh, there's much too much to do. Can I get you something?
No, actually, I just came over to see how you're doing.
Oh, fine, marvelous. Busy as a beaver.
Not too busy, I hope.
No, never. How'd you like what I've done with the place?
Oh, it's just lovely.
Wait, I have to show you what I bought for the baby.
You shouldn't run up the stairs like that.
Well, I just have to show you. My goodness, all this for a little baby? Well, this is only half of it. Look, isn't this just adorable?
Oh, is anybody ever this little?
Well, I bought the next size up, too, because he's not going to be that little for very long, especially if he's as tall as Luke is.
Well, not at the start.
Well, he's going to look just like Luke, I know.
You only had a girl, huh?
No. I couldn't resist.
Some wardrobe.
Oh, I have to show you my wardrobe, too. I bought some wonderful maternity dresses.
Well, take it easy. I'll come up with you.
No, wait here. I just want to show you my favorite. Look, do you like it?
Very pretty.
Isn't it a pretty color? This was Luke's favorite color. And he would like the style, too. I was trying to find some baby clothes in this, but I looked all over. They don't make them, I don't think. Wait, I've got to show you the best thing for you.
Holly, why don't you just sit down for a minute? We'll talk.
You have to see this.
Oh, my goodness. Don't pull
No,
that.
it's not heavy. It's not heavy. Look. Isn't it just perfect? Luke and I saw it in an antique shop.
It's great.
I'm going to take it upstairs into my room.
Not until Robert gets back.
I was so pleased that it was still there when I went back for it. We saw it in the antique shop where Luke bought me my musical box. There was a wooden high chair there. I think he would like that. I didn't think he would want me to get one of those chrome and plastic ones, you know, with the animals running all over them. I've bought a lot of things that Luke would like.
Holly.
Sort of plain and simple, but with a lot of style still. Luke liked things like that, with, you know, old things. He had a
Holly.
big sense of history.
Holly, stop it. Stop it. Why are you doing this?
I thought you'd like to see everything.
Holly, you're talking like he's still here. He's not going to see any of this stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I can't help thinking about him.
Don't pretend and fool yourself, okay?
No, I just know how he'd feel, how excited he would be.
Well, one thing is for sure. Luke would never let you buy all of this stuff. He couldn't afford it.
It'll be my package.
Where do you want this, lady?
Oh, upstairs?
Not unless you got an elevator. Union rules.
Oh, then just put it down there, I guess. Hey, careful with that. It's fragile.
If they're packed right, they don't break. Sign here.
Well, I hope it's not broken.
Do you go shopping every day?
I have to do something. I have to keep moving.
Oh, Holly, that wasn't meant as a criticism.
I miss Luke so much I can hardly stand it. If I don't do something, I'll go crazy. And at the moment, all I can think of doing is shopping.
Look, I'm really sorry. If I could, I'd go with you. But right now, this working woman has got to get back to the hospital.
I have to be at the hospital later on this afternoon. I have to see Dr. Mason. Maybe you and Ruby and I could have some coffee or something.
How about some milk?
Well, I'll see you there, then?
Yeah, why don't you, just have me paged? And in the meantime, do me a favor, will you?
You want me to do some shopping?
No, I don't want you to go shopping for me. I want you to take it easy and relax a little bit, all right?
What are you doing here?
Just passing through.
Hold it.
Hey, I got a meeting to get to.
You can do that after I finish with you.
I'm sorry, man. I'm already late.
Downtown, 1 hour, be there. Better still, my place, 1 hour, be there.
What are you talking about?
Be there, otherwise I'll have you picked up.
You're the boss.
Supposed to be an officer in here. Is there anybody here?
Then I thought.
Oh, what the? This is your job. Cop him.
Where the hell were you?
Are you okay, Commissioner?
Yes, I'd be a lot better if you'd been where you were supposed to be.
There was an alarm that went off. Some guy yelled help.
What guy?
Somebody in the hall.
Did you recognize him again?
It all happened pretty fast.
Yeah, too fast. You were set up. Wasn't he my friend, huh? Huh?
Huh? Answer him. How he's talking to you.
You know what? That's exactly what you were supposed to think. And believe me, my friend, you'd have been in a whole lot of trouble if this clown had gotten what he was after. What are you after?
He's talking to you, tough guy. What were you after?
I can handle this part of it.
Sorry.
Now, I can cope with people jumping me from behind, but when someone clams up on me...
I got nothing to say.
Who are you working for? Look, I've got you coming and going. We both know that. All right. Stick him in a nice, cozy cell. Maybe then he'd be a bit more talkative. But you'd be saving the both of us a whole lot of trouble.
You'll get nothing from me.
I'll see about that. Get a squad car. Take him in.
Yes, sir.
You know, I bet this isn't your first time.
No, I've been around.
Yeah, I'll bet you have. But I intend to see that you stay put for a while.
Car's on the way, sir.
Good. Read him his rights and then book him, breaking and entering. Downstairs with him.
Let's go, big guy.
Oh, incidentally, one more charge. Add to that assaulting an officer.
Yes, sir. Commissioner, about leaving my post,
Relax. I think I know who was behind this. I hope Hand is paying you good money for your silence, because I intend to throw the book at you. Get him out of here. Now what? Felt pretty good, Scorps. Oh, hell, did it hurt.
Miss Wright, second floor.
Yes, I'd like to speak to Dr. Mason, please.
Oh, she's right here. Hold on. Dr. Mason, there's a call for you. Would you like it in your office?
Oh, right here, if you don't mind. Dr. Mason?
Dr. Mason, this is Holly Sutton, Scorpio.
How are you? I was just reviewing your file.
Oh, I'm fine, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it this afternoon.
Oh, why not?
Well, I feel very tired. I've been doing an awful lot of shopping lately.
Well, that can certainly tire you out.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking I should take your advice and you know, take it easy this afternoon.
I did tell you to do that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. But I have to admit, until now, I haven't paid much attention. I think I've been trying to do too much.
Well, I'm glad you've realized that, okay? How would you like to make another appointment?
Okay, you have hours tomorrow, don't you?
Yes, kind of a full schedule, but I think I can fit you in.
About the same time?
It should work out. Why don't you come in around 2 o'clock?
Okay, great. I'll see you tomorrow then.
On one condition, Holly, that you promise me you will do what you say and stay home and get some rest.
I promise.
Okay, take it easy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Holly!
Over here.
Oh, I saw the delivery man came. What's this?
It's for you.
Present for me?
It's a platypus for your office.
Wonderful. I can hardly wait to use it.
I tried to move it in there, but...
You all right?
Yeah, I think so. Did you get the papers?
Well, I got some papers. I'm not sure whether they're the ones that I'd hoped for. Anyway, the only reason I came home was that I'm expecting a visitor.
Oh, I'll go up.
No. You stay right where you are. It's just that creep hand. I'm not going to waste much time with him. Listen, are you sure you're okay? You look a little pale to me.
It's nothing, really. I did a stupid thing. I tried to...
Look, I'll talk to you later. That's probably hand now.
You sure I won't disturb...
You're right. Come on in. Straight over there.
Oh, thank you for the lovely invitation.
Think nothing of it.
It's a great setup you got here.
Well, I guess you'd know all about those, wouldn't you?
No, I don't live anywhere nearly as nice as you do.
I'm referring to setups.
Well, you're going to have to speak a lot clearer, Commissioner.
And I was hoping that you could be a little bit clear with me. For instance, what were you doing in Baldwin's building this morning?
Like I said, just passing through.
Come on, hand. A guy like you does very little without purpose. Which makes me believe that you had something to do with that fiasco this morning.
I don't know what you're getting at.
You want it straight?
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way.
We picked up that thug, the one you hired to rifle Baldwin's safe.
I really don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
You were the one that screamed out for help this morning, weren't you?
Well, if you see someone trying to break into someplace, you try and stop it.
How civic-minded of you.
Well, just doing my duty.
And I really hate to call you a liar, but I think you had more to do with it than that.
What can I tell you?
Let's start with your dealings with Scott Baldwin.
We talked real estate a little.
What else?
What else is there?
I have those papers, those ones you were looking for in Baldwin's office.
What's that to me?
If you're lying to me, they'll prove it.
You know, you're really wasting my time and yours, Commissioner.
Just doing my duty.
Well, for your future information, when I do have dealings with someone, I don't need to write anything down. You see, a handshake's good enough for me. Besides, now that I know what a bad apple Scotty Baldwin is, I'm glad I had nothing to do with him.
Man, that really is pot calling the kettle black. Well, we'll do this again, Hand, and I'm sure soon.
Anything I can do to help?
Just keep yourself available.
Oh, to you anytime. But do me a favor next time. Give me a little more than an hour's notice. I'm a very busy man. Never too busy to meet a pretty lady.
Some other time.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Come in, look. Let me touch the coat.
Let me guess. Thief, con man, or rapist?
All of the above.
Is Holly okay?
Well, she seems a little tired.
Don't get up. Don't get up. I just came over. I wanted to see you and make sure everything's all right.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't worry about me.
You don't look so good.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, I'm all right, really. I just made a silly mistake.
What did you do?
Oh, I did a stupid thing. I should have listened to you, I guess.
You moved that cradle upstairs by yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you let me do it?
Robert, you really are going to have to insist that she take better care of herself.
Look, Holly, I told you I'd take care of it.
I'm sorry. I was just so eager to get things organized.
You took that out of the box, too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Holly, you can't do things like that.
Yeah, well, I found out I got a pain.
You haven't been spotting, have you?
A little.
You still have the pain?
Well, it got a lot better since I lied down.
Robert, call an ambulance.
What?
Call an ambulance. We have to get her to the hospital.
Oh, it's not that serious.
Well, you can't be sure about that.
I mean, Holly would know, wouldn't she?
Robert, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. She could be having a miscarriage. So use your influence, Mr. Commissioner, and get an ambulance over here fast.
Holly,
She's still pretty heavily sedated.
how long till she comes out of it?
A while. Dr. Mason wants to keep her as stable as possible. You know, why don't you try to go home and get some rest, Mr. Scorpio?
I'm all right.
Commissioner,
Yeah, what is it?
maybe you better come outside, sir.
She'll be all right.
You know where to find her?
Captain Ramsey sent me, sir. He thought you might like to see this. It's hot off the press.
Hell.
Any comment?
What are you, part of the press corps, too?
Well, Captain Ramsey was interested in your reaction, sir.
How's that?
About sums it up, sir.
Tell the good captain that I'll be speaking to Miss Templeton very soon.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else?
No, sir.
You're dismissed.
Robert,
Oh, hi, Dan.
I just heard about Holly. When did they bring her in?
Last night.
Does Ruby know?
Yeah, and Bobby, everybody.
How is she?
Well, she's heavily sedated at the moment. They don't want her to move a muscle.
How serious is it?
Oh, they don't know. She seems to be holding her own. I don't think it's all that serious.
Well, then, maybe you can go home and get some rest.
I'm fine.
But if you don't mind my saying so, you don't look it. Up all night?
Yeah.
Have anything to eat? How many cups of coffee?
I lost count after 5.
I get the picture. You're fixing to get yourself in here.
I haven't got the time, mate. 1 minute off this murder case and I'll be one-upped.
You mean the article in the paper?
You read it?
Yes, and I noticed the reporter's name. What are you going to do?
Hang around and you can listen. Yes, this is Commissioner Scorpio here. And I want a squad car sent around to the house of Jackie Templeton. Right. Tell the officers to pick her up and escort her here, General Hospital. That's right, Templeton. Now, if she resists in any way, bring her in for withholding evidence. You heard me.
That's a serious charge.
And this is a serious case. And the sooner Miss Templetoes realizes that, the better off she's going to be.
Get easy. I'll come back when you're feeling better. Take good care of her, Robert.
Right. Right here.
Maybe it was...
Hey, it's going to be okay. You just rest.
How are we doing in here?
Well, she sort of comes in and out of it.
Nurse?
We're keeping her sedated as per your instructions, Doctor.
Good. Holly? Holly, it's Dr. Mason. Doctor, you're all right, Holly. We're just trying to keep you from moving around too much. going to be a good girl and help us out, right?
How's the baby?
As far as I can tell, all right, but I want to do another sonogram.
Hey, look, is there a chance?
Oh, well, we can't tell at this point. We just have to wait and find out. Keeping Holly stable and watching over her is what's important now.
Well, what can I do?
Well, nothing much at this point. Maybe grab yourself a nap. You look like you could use one.
Yeah, everybody keeps telling me that. But I won't be sleeping for a while.
Well, she'll be sleeping for at least another day. Nurse, I want to make a change in the present medication, an increase of 5 cc's an hour.
Yes, doctor.
Look, would it be all right if I left her for a while?
Well, I'd recommend it. Look, the nurse is here in case there are any problems. Have you reconsidered on that sleep?
I'm afraid that's the last thing on my mind.
Uh-huh. That leaves work.
Important work. Yeah, look, I've got a few calls to make. Excuse me.
Got anything for me?
No, not a thing.
Excuse me, Jesse. Look, I'm expecting Jackie Templeton plus 2 officers to arrive here any minute. If I'm not around, could you tell them to wait in the lounge for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Hi.
Jackie Templeton and police escort. Isn't your wife upstairs in the hospital bed?
Sleeping.
Giving you the perfect excuse to go back to work.
The world doesn't stop, Bobby.
Apparently yours doesn't.
Now, listen, I don't need this right now.
Fine. Why don't you go take care of your business? We'll let you know how it turns out.
Now, what was bothering you?
Robert, I just want to know what happened. 1 minute Holly is absolutely fine. The next minute she's in here.
She picked up something that was too heavy for her.
You sure you didn't have her working out in your jungle gym or chasing after your bad guys? Robert, don't you understand that woman is carrying a child?
I'm quite aware of it.
Since it's not your kid, you could care less.
You believe that?
You're not exactly the picture of the perfect parent. See you, Robert.
Don't you walk away from me. Now, you seem to forget the reasons that I married her in the first place. 1, to keep her in this country. 2, to give her child, your brother's child, a chance in this world. Now, I've been up all night. I'm going to be up all day, and probably all night tonight. I don't need this from you, Bobby. Not now. Not ever. Excuse me.
Robert,
Gotta hand it to you, kid. You got more nerve than I ever gave you credit for.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Get over here. I want to talk to you.
Excuse me, do you think this is necessary?
I sure as hell do. How dare you print that note? What are you, crazy or just partially retarded? This is a criminal investigation. That is a piece of crucial evidence. You withheld it. Now, sweet cakes, whether you realize it or not, I can have you arrested for that. You're in big trouble. I probably will have you arrested. What's that?
It's your evidence, Commissioner.
Where did you get it?
Found it on my living room floor.
And I'm supposed to believe that.
Well, no one is forcing you.
How did it get there?
Obviously, someone dropped it.
Any ideas?
You're the Commissioner. You figure it out.
Heather.
What do you know? That was my assumption exactly. Maybe there's room for me on the force.
Maybe when you grow up. Why would you assume that Heather dropped this?
Because she's been worried, she's been looking for something, and she's been asking me a lot of questions.
Doesn't answer the question. Why would she have it in the first place?
I didn't think you'd be able to figure it out. See, it has to do with something you know very little about. Love. Because that's exactly what Heather is. Scotty's lover.
How is she? I just talked to Dr. Mason. She said it's going to be a while before we know anything.
We've got so much riding in this.
So is she.
Yeah.
Could we talk?
Sure, what is it?
Outside? Of course. No, no change. What? I have no idea.
Looking for this? Fish. speechless, but of course you both are. The last you saw of this, it was in the hands of a newspaper.
She gave it to you, didn't she?
If by she are you referring to Jackie, the answer is yes. She gave it to me a few minutes ago. And naturally, of course, I rushed right over. It's delightful to find you both in.
I'm in. She's not.
Well, it's a poor choice of words. I'm just glad to see you both. We have a lot to chat about.
You mean about the note?
I wasn't referring to the weather.
Listen, that doesn't prove...
Hold it. Now, let's try it one at a time.
The picture in the paper was the first time I'd ever seen that.
I was really referring to this as a separate arrangement.
We have nothing to hide from each other.
I work for Scotty. That's why I'm here.
That's right, routine business.
I never questioned it. Now, I'd like to talk to you alone, Heather.
Well, where?
Upstairs in an interrogation room, with your permission, of course.
I just don't see what this has to do with me.
Upstairs, Heather.
What about me, Scorpio?
We'll discuss you later. I assume you're not going anywhere.
No, the food's too good.
Bon appetit. Shall we leave?
Heather, don't talk to anybody without a lawyer present. Heather, do you hear me?
Scotty's right, you know. You're quite welcome to have a lawyer present.
You really think I'm going to need one?
You might find a question or two you don't like.
Well, but I won't answer them. That's my right, isn't it?
Anything you want, Heather.
Right now, I just want to get out of here. I do have a lot of other things to do today.
Tell me what you know about the note.
Well, that's simple. I don't know. No, sir.
First you ever saw of it was in the newspaper.
That's right, today. Can I go now?
When I'm finished.
Look, there really isn't anything I can tell you about this.
I don't believe you, Heather.
Why not?
I think you know a whole lot more that you really want to tell me. But you're scared. I'm right, aren't I?
Yes.
Why?
Because you seem to be connecting me to this murder that I don't know anything about, that I have nothing to do with.
All I want is the truth. Now, I want to know what you know about that note. And the sooner you tell me, the better we're both going to be.
Why don't you ask Jackie about it? She's the one who gave it to you, or at least that's what you said.
She said she found it in her apartment. Your apartment, Heather.
And you believed her?
Why shouldn't I?
Because she's obviously made it up. You know she was there the night of the murder the same way I do. So, she obviously picked up the note and took it when no one was looking.
Not likely.
Are we protecting our old girlfriends now? You believe anything that Jackie says just because she's Jackie? She took that note for one reason and one reason only, so she could blame me.
Why? What possible reason could she have for wanting to do that?
Why don't you ask her?
The only value that note is to her is a form of exploitation for her newspaper.
Then why didn't she print it earlier?
Because she didn't have it, and she didn't have it because she didn't take it from the scene of the crime. She only found it in the apartment yesterday, and you know that, because that's when you discovered it missing.
I will tell you one more time. I have never seen that original note before. I saw it in the paper today.
You're denying it?
Yes,
Never having seen it?
that's right.
The first you ever saw of it was in the news.
In the newspaper today.
Right, you're lying.
You believe whatever you want.
I just want a little bit of the truth out of you.
Watch your temper, Commissioner. Could get you in trouble.
Yes.
Excuse me, Inspector. There's a telephone call on line 2 for you.
Thank you. Scorpio here.
Hi, Robert. It's Tiffany. I hope I haven't caught you in the middle of anything.
Well, as a matter of fact, you have.
Well, this will just take a second. It's about the note, you know, that Jackie found in the apartment.
Oh, Robert, it was all my fault. I mean, I know I should have turned it in to you earlier, but then Vicky called about the toothpaste ad, and then I just had to catch the next flight out, so then I forgot all about it. I mean, you remember we were having lunch at the place, I remember.
Now, hold it. What are you talking about?
The note that I had in my purse. It must have just dropped out on the floor.
Where did you get it?
From Heather's jewelry box.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. Oh, I'm so sorry, Robert. I know that I should have told you, but when Mickey called, my mind just kind of went blank. Oh, Robert, are you ever going to forgive me for this?
Don't worry about it, sweet cakes. Consider it done. Just stay by your phone. I may want to talk to you. I think you better call your lawyer.
Honey, shouldn't you be getting back to work?
No, this will page me if they need me.
Why are we still here? Is it Holly or the baby?
They're the same thing.
Are they?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Is it crazy to have such an investment in this baby? I know it's Luke's child. Somehow it's a small miracle to have even a piece of him.
Are we putting too much importance on it?
Is it fair? I mean, you've been doting on Holly. You even said made sure it was a boy and a Spencer baby and Luke's wonder baby. Fair to put all that kind of pressure on her.
That could very well be the reason why she's in here.
Could be our fault.
I think it's a combination of things, but it is the pressure from us. The pressure from Robert's probably the worst of all, the pressure from herself.
You know what I think? I think we ought to stand back. When she gets well, be there if she needs it, but give her a little room to be herself.
Yeah. I think I ought to lay off of Robert. I mean, what right do I have to tell him how to live his life?
Well, you said you were going to apologize. I'm sure that'll do it.
You know, Ruby, you're right. There's jealousy. Just now when you said we got to back off, I started thinking about how we made all those plans to take care of Holly and to live with her. I think I'm blaming Robert for taking her away from us.
Well, if he hadn't, she'd be further away. England.
Oh, Ruby, I wish this had...
I know. I feel the same. I wish none of this had ever happened.
Luke. I'll get a sedative. It's all right, Holly. Lie still. It's all right.
Bobby,
It's all right. We're here.
my baby.
It's okay. It'll be all right, but you gotta lie still. Relax. Okay? Just relax.
How is she?
She's all right for the time being.
I noticed Dr. Mason's name on the chart.
Yeah, she's attending.
Gynecological problem?
I don't know all of the details.
Well, I hope it's not too serious. It'd be terrible if one day she couldn't have children. Keeping her sedated?
Yeah, for the time being.
Dan, how would you like a cup of coffee?
Fine, if you can tear yourself away.
Well, we're just using up oxygen.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? I'll...
You hang in there.
Sedative's not working. It's abdominal pain. Please call Dr. Mason.
You're waiving the right to counsel.
I told you before, I have nothing to hide. I don't want or need a lawyer.
It's for your own protection.
Go ahead, ask your questions. I'm not going to change my mind.
I hope I can expect the truth.
Nothing but.
So far, I've had nothing but lies. You've had that note in your possession for some time now, Heather. Tiffany found it in your jewelry box. Now, I want to know how you got it.
Good old Tiffany. You turn your back.
I asked you a question. Now, why were you concealing that note?
Because I had
Why?
to.
Why?
I don't know.
You afraid for Scotty? Afraid it might incriminate him?
Yes!
You wanted to protect him.
I was scared. I knew what that
When
note
did
could
he
mean.
give it to you?
He didn't.
He had to.
No!
The only other way you could possibly have ever gotten that note, Heather, was if
I
you...
took it myself. I took it. I lied to you. That's right. I lied to you the night. I dropped my lipstick there that night.
What night?
The night Susan was killed. I was there, Commissioner.
What have we got? She's having abdominal pain. Okay, now, Holly, let's try to stay still, okay? That's the best thing.
Please make it all right.
Just take it easy. Relax, all right?
Try to stay still.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. You tell me everything that happened that night.
I went to the cottage.
Alone?
Yes.
What time?
Oh, I don't know, around 9 or so. I wasn't wearing a watch.
Go on.
The door was open, so I went in.
You never saw the murderer?
I was in the closet. I couldn't see anything.
Why did you lie to me about the lipstick? For the same reason you took the note and hid it?
I wanted to protect him.
Scotty?
Yes. I was afraid he'd done it.
Let's go back to the night in question. You are telling the truth, aren't you, regarding what you saw when you went up those stairs?
Of course I'm telling the truth.
But you were Scotty's lover. The last thing in the world you want to see is for him to go to prison. Maybe in your zeal to protect him, you shot Susan yourself.
No, I am telling you the truth.
I'm going to have to take you in, Heather.
Did you?
Custody.
On what charge?
Same as Scotty. Suspicion of murder. Heather.
What?
You heard.
I don't believe this.
Take it from me. I ought to know.
You're putting me under arrest?
Suspicion of murder.
But you can't do
I
this.
can and I will.
I'm sorry, sir. It's important. We got a message from the hospital.
Holly?
She's taking a turn for the worse.
You have a lawyer? Book her and then get the court to appoint her one. Yes, sir.
Okay, Holly, I know it hurts, but please try to lie still. The less you move around, the better. Is the pain worse?
It's not bad. I can live with the pain. Just save my baby. I don't want to lose Luke's baby.
Well, how's Holly? What about the baby? What I meant to
It's
say.
all right, Dan knows.
About Holly being...
Pregnant.
Well, I guess you know then. Well, how is she?
The doctor's in there with her now.
What about the baby?
We don't know anything. The doctor's doing everything she can to save it.
Well, what are the chances?
There's still hope.
You know what a holy terror is when Holly fights for something.
Yeah, well, that's the truth, I guess.
And she wants this baby.
Yes, but unfortunately, the whole thing's out of her hands, isn't it?
Doctor.
Your wife is resting as comfortably as can be expected.
What about the child?
It's too soon to tell.
Can I see her?
Yes, but please make sure she tries to lie as still as possible. Any movement could be dangerous.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
How's she doing?
Well, she's still sleeping.
Good. I just wanted to check up on her. How is she?
Well, she's asleep.
Oh, good.
Anything I can do?
Nothing but wait.
Yeah, I'm not too good at this kind of thing. I always feel sort of helpless.
I know, but as long as your wife is resting, that's the best thing for her.
Yeah, it's just all this waiting around. I mean, I hate not knowing.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to get used to it. It could go on for several days.
I'm climbing the walls now.
Well, listen, as long as Holly is quiet, why don't you take the opportunity to go back to work? From what I've read in the papers, you must be awfully busy.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
You're not doing yourself or Holly any good here, so why don't you go ahead? We'll call you if there's any change.
Look, I don't know about that.
Robert, I am really sorry that I jumped all over you before. It's just, I have been so worried about Holly.
Hey, look, I guess we're all pretty concerned.
Listen, if anything happens, good or bad, I promise I will call you right away. You look like you could use a break.
I could use the time on this Baldwin business.
Okay, well then why don't you take it? I'll call you as soon as there's any developments.
Okay. Thanks.
Dr. Troutman to OR, stat. Dr. Troutman to OR, stat.
Dr. Mason? What's wrong?
It's Holly. Oh, no. She woke up in a lot of pain. Something is really wrong.
Holly. All right, take it easy. Take it easy. All right, now take it easy. What's wrong?
Please do something. Don't let me miss my baby.
Is the pain worse?
Yes, it's much worse.
Oh, all right, darling. Now just try to relax, all right? We're going to do an ultrasound to see if we can find out what's happening. You try to lie as still as possible. Please, Holly. Try and stay still.
God. Don't let me lose my baby. Go fast, go, Luke.
Yeah, this is Commissioner Scorpio here. I'm coming down. I want to interrogate Scotty Baldwin and Heather Weber. I think I've just figured out their game plan.
Hang in there, Holly. We're almost finished.
What happened? I'm not sure yet. You don't know anything, Ruby.
Doctor. Holly, I'll let you know as soon as I know anything, okay? Please stay still.
Did you call Robert?
No, I didn't have a chance.
I think somebody should let him know.
Yeah, I'll call him as soon as we finish the sonogram.
Where is she?
Who's that?
You know who I'm talking about, Scorpio. Where's Heather?
We booked her. Murder 1.
What?
That surprises you.
Heather didn't kill Susan.
There's only one way you could possibly know that. That is if you did it yourself or you know who did. Now, which is it?
I don't have to answer any of your questions.
That's true.
But I've got nothing to hide. And I'm a lawyer. I know how to protect myself.
For your sake, I hope so.
Fire away.
Okay, no questions, just a statement. The day you went to see Carlson at the bank about the forged power of attorney.
If you're waiting for me to admit something, we're going to be here for about a week.
You don't have to say a thing. I know you didn't call home. You called your office, and who should pick up the phone but your willing little secretary, only too happy to impersonate the boss's wife for the sake of a banker.
Everybody gets a wrong number now and then.
Nothing wrong with that one.
Look, Carlson talked to her. I didn't. He didn't ask her whether she was at home or at the office.
You also didn't ask if it was Susan. Just as well, too, because he was talking to Heather. No mistake about that, because you set it up in advance in order to con the bank.
You know, you've got a real imagination there. You ever thought about selling shoes?
Not enough money in it. Besides, I have a moral streak.
Yeah, you'd rather go around,
Oh, come on, Baldwin. It's an open and shut case. You married Susan for her money. Then when she wouldn't fork it over willingly, well, you went and forged the power of attorney. But she found out about it. So then you and your bargain basement girlfriend decided to do away with it. Come on, it's such a worked-out old story, it's practically cliche.
Well, that's real good, real good. You're real entertaining here, Scorpio, but, I want to go back to my room. Got some reading to do.
Suit yourself. Officer.
Yes, sir.
Take Clyde to the waiting room and bring in Bonnie.
Thanks, what?
Just how long is this farce going to continue?
Funny you should mention that. It's finished.
I can go?
Afraid not. Your boyfriend, he cracked.
Boyfriend?
Yeah, you know, guy with the beard and the beady eyes.
Oh, tell me all about it, Mr. Commissioner. I love a good story.
Well, this one you're gonna love. Got a happy ending. It's all about how you pretend to be Susan in order to help Scotty with his forgery number. Now, darling, you turn state's evidence and I'll see things go easier on you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you know. You've been around the block before. Although you and Scotty are in trouble, with your background, they're going to come down much harder on you. You ought to know that. You'll be lucky if the judge and jury aren't asleep by the time they throw the book at you. Now, you want a little bit of sympathy? I'm the man. What do you say? Feel like talking? Okay. Officer? Yes, sir. We've sent for your lawyer. You can stay in the waiting room till he arrives.
Holly, you're losing the baby. No. I'm sorry.
No, you're wrong.
I'm sorry, Holly. The baby's dead.
No, it's not.
It's true.
No, no, let's look inside of me. My baby.
Holly, you're not pregnant anymore.
I am!
No, you're not. Now you've got to let it go. Because it's finished. Dr. Mason is going to do a DNA.
I need you. How are you feeling, Holly? I took a look at your chart out at the desk, and apparently, you didn't want any breakfast this morning. Holly, I know what you're feeling. Empty, desolate, defeated. But believe me, those are natural reactions, and they will go away. There's plenty of time. But now I want you to think about something, will you? You will be able to have more children. That I can promise you. And that should make you and your husband very happy.
I say she had a restful night? Good, that's good to hear. No, don't wake her up. I don't want to disturb her. Just tell Mrs. Scorpio that I'll be in to see her later. Yes, I'm her husband. That's right. Thank you. Sergeant, were my invitations delivered?
Yes, Commissioner. They should have received them all by now.
Thank you.
Mr. Quartermain's office.
I've got to talk to him, Randall.
We've been trying to reach you, Doctor. Your father would like to talk with you, too, but at the moment he's on another line, talking with the police commissioner.
Meaning he got an invitation, too?
Well, you're to be congratulated, Commissioner. Now that you have 2 suspects under arrest, that should solve the case, huh?
Well, I wish it were that simple, Edward.
Well, anyway, you're making excellent progress, and I admire you for that. I'm calling you for another reason, too.
Oh, what?
I've received your very kind invitation to cocktails this afternoon at 5 o'clock. That was very thoughtful of you.
It will be a pleasure to see you.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there. And if you issued invitations to Alan and Monica, I'm afraid they're going to have a previous engagement, too.
Well, I have invited them, Edward, and I hope that you can all be here. It's most important.
Most important.
Now, as you pointed out, I'm now holding Heather Weber on suspicion. And I was hoping that the Quartermains might shed some light on the story.
Well, we'd certainly like to help, Scorpio. I'm sure you realize that.
Oh, I do, Edward. Your entire family has always been very helpful, and I really appreciate it. So until 5.
Wait, I tried to explain...
Excuse me, Edward, but look, I really do have to go. I am visiting my wife in the hospital. See you at 5.
Your son called, Mr. Quartermain.
Yeah, well, which line is he on?
Oh, none, sir. We concluded our conversation.
Well, I didn't conclude. Get him back, Randall, now.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Holly, it will help you if we talk about it. Won't you say anything?
Everyone knows, don't they?
Knows that you were pregnant? Well, yes, it's in your hospital record, of course.
Oh, Dr. Mason, I'm sorry. We didn't know you were in here.
It's all right. I was just leaving. Ruby, could I speak to you a moment outside, please?
Of course. I'll be right back, Holly.
How do you feel? Holly, the nurses on OB tell me that you're taking this very hard. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't you know Luke wouldn't want you to grieve?
Yeah. Ah, Bobby, you seen Holly today?
I have. I just came from her room.
How is she?
She's withdrawn.
That's all you can tell me, that she's just withdrawn?
Well, I'm just a nurse. I think that if you want more details, you ought to talk to her doctor. I'm sorry, Robert.
Jesse, can I see her?
Yes, visiting hours don't apply to husbands.
Thank you.
Robert. Robert, I'm so sorry for her. I didn't even know she was pregnant.
Well, we decided to keep the whole thing quiet for as long as we could.
I wanted to ask you, did she know that she was before Luke died?
No. Luke never knew that Holly was carrying his child.
Robert, I'm so sorry. We all are.
Well, give her my love, please.
I will. Excuse me.
Holly, you have got to let go of the past. You must live for today and tomorrow. Holly, I feel almost as badly. I mean, that was the only part left of Blue. I'm sorry.
Hey, come on, Rube. No tears now, all right?
I'm sorry, Robert. Talk to her. I tried to get through. I couldn't.
Well, now, where do I start? Perhaps with, and I'm sorry. Kind of pointless, I think you know that. Life goes on, Holly. There's the future to think about. And from now on, that's exactly what we're both going to concentrate on.
Why? There is no future. This changes everything.
Oh, I think you know a little bit better than that. To start with, you and I have to stay married for at least a year, and that's for your own protection. Unless, of course, you're considering taking up residency back in the United Kingdom. I think we both know that's out. Well, would you like to hear the progress I'm making on the case at the moment? Yeah. I'm really starting to narrow things down on this Baldwin murder. Do you know something? There are times that I envy Agatha. You know, Agatha Christie. I don't know why. Whenever she tackled a murder, she always knew the ending. I don't.